All right, we're live, guys. What is going on? As always, this is the Club of the Man, 1993, coming at you for yet another special live stream. Another top 10 special, of course, and this is another top 10 that was given to me by suggestion by either Lauren, Dakota, Hassan, I can't remember. I do have a good amount of suggestions all the time come my way for these little special streams I try to do once a week since, again, as I always say, I have my little subscribers here. So this week I decided to take up on the challenge of top 10 finishing moves. I'm going to do a best and a worst. So when making these lists, I thought of, finishers that I just thought were just, not really too ordinary, but like finishers that also feel unique and special in some way for the top 10. For the worst finishers, more so just not all of them are bad finishers. Like some of them are bad, but most of them I just didn't think. I think, or either just overdone or overrated, or maybe I didn't like the name or something. It's just something about them bothered me, and I'll explain why I put them in the list I did as well. Live chat. Well, Dakota said he was 40 minutes early, but I don't know if he's on right now. But don't have anybody on yet in the live chat. So, but without further ado, I will get started, though, with my list. And, of course, I like to start off with the worst first because I don't really like to, end on a bad note. I like to end on a positive note if I'm able to. It is, unless the streams were there. Dakota thinks one of the worst is the rock bottom and the people's elbow because they are just a side slam with an elbow drop. That is true, yeah. I mean, there are some of my ones that I think are, are the best that feel a little basic and they're like anybody can do them pretty much. But I still think they still have like a legendary feel to them also as well, or some ones that just for some reason that I just really enjoy watching. I don't know what it is, but I will get started with my lists and let's see what happens and go from there. So let's start off again with the top 10 worsts. My number 10 is Big Show's knockout punch. I don't know what it is. I mean, could have some, vicious, punches or elbow strikes involved in wrestling. But for a finisher, especially from a bigger guy like the Big Show, it just looks like is that really the best you could have, written for a guy like him who could easily, kill somebody? I mean, yes, a knockout punch could definitely hurt somebody, but this is a wrestling show though, not a boxing match, if you know what I mean. So it's I feel it's like a basic knockout punch as a finisher. It's a little lazy, I feel, in my honest opinion. So I don't really quite approve them as a finisher for a wrestling show. I mean, it could work. It works great for a boxing match or UFC or whatnot for mixed martial arts, but for just sports entertainment and whatnot, doesn't quite fit for me in my honest opinion. A knockout punch like that. So that's why I put it at number 10 because it still is effective, but it's just I'm not the huge fan of it. So that's why I made it my number 10 on this list. Is Big Show's knockout punch. Number 9. Now I actually do like this move, but unfortunately I didn't like the name of it based off of the gimmick that this guy had, and he was one of the guys I mentioned in my top 10 underutilized last week's special stream. That's why my number 9 is Stardust's Queen's Crossbow. Now I liked it when Cody Rhodes was just Cody Rhodes and it was the Crossroads, but again the Stardust gimmick just I felt it just didn't work for him. It was they're trying to have him and Goldust kind of do the same thing, take after their father Dusty Rhodes pretty much. But it just didn't work for Cody, and I just didn't like how they called his finisher, the Queen's Crossbow either. I mean, I like it, when it was Crossroads again when Cody Rhodes was just himself, or just dashing Cody Rhodes or whatever gimmick or character he had when he was just himself and not Stardust. But the Queen's Crossbow, the name just didn't sit well with me. But so that's why it's on my list at number 9. So it's still a good move, don't get me wrong, but I just didn't like the name of it. That's why it's number 9. Number 8's another move that I don't think is terrible, but I feel for the guy he is, it could have done a little bit better for a finisher, I feel, for him. Lars Sullivan's freak accident. I don't know. It's he just picks it up and it's he just just does some goofy little boo boo before he like slams him down to the ground. I mean, yeah, I'm sure a big man could do some of that, but like I feel like that's more just like like a stunning move rather than like a finisher. Like I would rather see for like a big human wrecking ball monster like Lars Sullivan. I'd rather see something that's maybe like a little more dangerous out of him. I mean, don't get me wrong, Lars Sullivan's great. He's a great heel, and as the last man said in his review last night, he's an intelligent heel also, an intelligent like big man monster pretty much. But I'd like to see a little bit more of a dangerous finisher for him, besides just the freak accent, just picking an opponent up and going like, it looks like you're picking up like, a big like rock that you can't lift over your head. It's like, pretty much, you know what I mean? Like just something a little bit more dangerous looking for a guy like him that can make him look even better than he already is. So that's why it's my number 8. My number 7. Let's see who's in the live chat first before I continue on. Dakota says the knockout knockout punch would be better to set up for the choke slam. In all honesty, could be. It's a side spine buster. Lars Sullivan's is. Hi, Lauren. You should do these separately, to be honest. Yeah, I know, but still, that's what I wanted to do. She doesn't like the people's elbow or rock bottom either. Actually, it's also called a spinning side spine buster because I downloaded his finisher on the game. Lauren also doesn't like Steph's slap. It's too bad. The bitch slap. The choke slam also is one that I also consider put on this list. I mean, I feel like, like an avalanche choke slam, I wouldn't mind. I feel like the choke slam isn't, as, big of a deal anymore to me, in my honest opinion. I don't know why. I just never really see it as like that deadly of a finisher anymore. I just find it kind of weak. Because there's some people who use it as a stun move, but some use it as a finisher. So to me, it's like, like what's the difference if it did on this person, did on this person, why is that the case? Pretty much. Yeah, Stephanie did use the pedigree. Bailey to belly is bad too. It's not really one of the best finishers, but it fits for Bailey, but I do agree it's not one of the best finishers though. Keep this all coming to live chat though. Number 7. Now, this finisher I'm sure years ago was definitely effective, but the problem is too many people kick out of it, especially Jinder Mahal, in case if you forgot. My number 7 is John Cena's AA. Now, I put it down number 7 because, again, it was an effective finisher years ago. But within the past few years, so many people kick out of it, and it's really watered down to the point that Cena has to hit like 2 AAs just to beat someone. So, like, my thing is if it's not going to work as a finisher, then, like, if Cena's going to still be around for a while, maybe consider getting a different finisher. So that's why I had to put it on my list. It doesn't feel like it's that powerful anymore. My number 7 is the AA. Number 6. Now, she used it this past week on Billie Kay, but I know Brie Bella also calls it the Bella Buster, but that face buster move that Lana does, like she did to finish off Billie Kay on Tuesday in her qualifying match for the Money in the Bank ladder match. It's just, again, it's one of those moves that just looks like it's like, it was like a rip-off move, in my opinion, honestly. It's like that's the best you can do. It's like anybody can describe someone, slam them down into the mat. I mean, I sound like a hypocrite because there are definitely some moves in my top 10 favorites that I think are definitely, great as well, but that, they can be easily, they're kind of like rip-off moves and easily imitatable also in some ways by like people who are not wrestlers. But I don't know, the face buster just looks like really lazy to me. Like, it doesn't look, I mean, yes, you smash someone's face in the ground. That just sucks. But for like, a big finishing move, it just feels like a little bit like a ripoff. But that's why that's my number 6 is Lana's face buster. Live chat. Let's see here. What about the reverse choke slam? Don't see that too often. The reverse choke slam's different. Lauren says, I love seeing it, but the 5-knuckle shuffle is pretty bad. Yeah, it's kind of bland. It's just a flashy fist drop pretty much. And Santino's Cobra. We'll talk about that shortly. She still likes the AA, though. I mean, again, it's not a bad move. It's just that, like, anymore, like, so many people kick out of it, so I wouldn't consider it a finisher anymore. The code said the 5-knuckle shuffle is a signature, not finisher, in all honesty. What's up, Robbie? He said, what's up, Mike? Can you make another ice cream bar that reads crunchy, creamy, soft-baked Zelina Vega ice cream flavor? I'll consider it. Yeah, maybe I'll do it. Those who don't remember, I did make an ice cream flavor wrapper for Zelina Vega ice cream bars. I shared it on Twitter. The face buster is bad. Always hate that move, and the spinning heel kick as well. Oh, you'll hate me big time, Lauren, because I have something like that in my top 10. Low blow is also bad. Well, of course, it hurts like hell. I mean, they've been hit there before. Dakota likes the butterfly face buster. Running knee is bad too. Sorry, Mike. I know you like Daniel. And yeah, the running knee is definitely a little basic. It's not in my top 10 best, but it's not in my top 10 worst either. She doesn't like the GTS also. Man, Lauren, you're really gonna hate my top 10 bests. Yeah, the reverse choke slam is Braun Strowman's secondary finisher. He used it a little bit at first when he started his singles run, but he hasn't used it as much. He's more stuck to the power slam. I wouldn't mind seeing him use that move again because it looks dangerous. The Cobra is bad. We'll get to that. He loves John Morrison's Starship Pain. It looks hard to do. That's an honorable mention definitely for top 10 best. Hideo's new finisher is all right, but it's a little weird. It doesn't look too effective. It doesn't really. Coast to Coast. I mean, I like the Coast to Coast, I think, in my opinion. Thank you guys, though, for the comments in the live chat. I gotta answer that. Gender is bad. Oh, we'll get to gender shortly also. But for those of you who are joining me late, again, so far, my list for a top 10 worst. Again, most of these are just like, I feel like, they're just weak finishers compared to the people who they are, or I don't like the name, or they've been watered down big time. So like from 6 to 10, number 10 is Big Show's KO Punch because it just feels like a rip-off move for a big man. Number 9 is Stardust's Queen's Crossbow. I mean, I like Cody Rhodes and Crossroads, but Stardust and the Queen's Crossbow, wasn't a fan of calling it that. Number 8 is Lars Sullivan's Freak Accents. I think he just deserves something a little bit more dangerous than just a spinning spine buster or whatever Dakota said it's called. John Cena's AA is number 7 because this has been watered down big time in the past several years, even though it was effective years ago. And number 6 was that Lana's Face Buster, or the Bella Buster as Brie Bella calls it when she used it. So since Lauren already mentioned it, number 5, Jinder Mahal's Colossus. Not a fan of that move at all. It's done by Jinder Mahal, and every time I see that move happening, I know bad things are just about to happen. I'm about to get upset pretty much. So it's a weak finisher. I don't like it. Needless to say more. Number 5. Number 4, JBL's finisher, the clothesline from hell. How many other people do a clothesline? And it could be, yes, I know JBL is like a running star and comes running in, smashing you with his arm pretty much, but Dean Ambrose does like the whacking lariat or whatever they call it. That could usually take someone's head, spin them, and fold them in half or whatnot. A lot of people use clotheslines. Clotheslines to me are not really an effective finisher. So that's why it's my number 4 on the list. The JBL's clothesline from hell. Not a big fan of that. Number 3, this was also mentioned before in the live chat. Santino Morella's Cobra. Now, I like an honorable mention, the Mandible Claw or Mandible Claw, or however Mick Foley pronounces it, with Mr. Sacco. That's classic because Mick Foley actually was entertaining. Santino Morella was just too corny for me. Never really a big fan of him. And the Cobra I thought was just weird. It was just really goofy. That's why it's my number 3. Number 2 is a recent one. Alberto Del Rio's Tree of Woe. I mean, his cross. I was never a fan of Del Rio first. I never really liked Del Rio. I will give it to him. His cross arm breaker was okay, not the best, but it did kind of come out of nowhere at times. The way he would go into it. It's not like he would just like get into it like real easily. He would just just do some spinning moves to get into it. I thought that was kind of cool. But that Tree of Woe and him staying up on the rope, going like, I thought it was stupid. I mean, I know Finn Balor does the coup de grace. I mean, that's not one of my favorites, but it's not like completely weak either. But I don't know, just that Tree of Woe. I don't know. I feel like I've seen that plenty of times. It's like like a stun move or something like that. I don't know. And also, I don't really like Del Rio. So that's why it's my number 2. And my number 1 for my least favorite finisher. Now, I actually had to look up the name of the move because, of course, this person doesn't really get too much singles action, and she doesn't really win many matches when she does get singles action because she's a part of a really worthless stable. But I remember when I saw her do this finisher, I just cringed big time. I had to look up the name of the move, but it's Sarah Logan's Kentucky Knee. I think she did it on Tamina, I think it was. I can't remember what it was, but she got a winning pin one time, either for herself as a in a singles match, probably not, or probably in a tag match with the Riot Squad. She did, Sarah Logan's, probably like 5'5", 5'6". She looks like, if booked properly, which she's not, could be a decent powerhouse. Not like, a Hall of Fame style powerhouse, but like a decent powerhouse at least. So you think she'd have some big dangerous move. Instead, she does some cartwheel and drops her knee right on the back, like the back of the neck of whoever she's fighting. And I don't know, like for someone like her, I think you think she'd have some a little bit more dangerous and more, vicious, rather than just like getting down lower for like a bigger woman than like a cartwheel with a knee going to the back of the head. I cringe like anytime I see her do that move, which isn't that often, but I just think it's weak. It's just bland. Like I'm not a fan of it at all. I don't know what you guys think of it, but that's my number one for my worst finishing moves is Sarah Logan's Kentucky Knee. So from bottom to top again, it's probably gonna be a quick live stream. From 10 to 1, we have number 10, Big Show's KO Punch. Number 9 is Stardust's Queen's Crossbow. Number 8 is Lars Sullivan's Freak Accident. Number 7 is John Cena's AA. Number 6 is Lana's Facebuster. Number 5 is Jinder Mahal's Kalash. Number 4 is JBL's Clothesline from Hell. Number 3 is Santino Marella's Cobra. Number 2 is Alberto Del Rio's Tree of Woe. And number 1 is Sarah Logan's Kentucky Knee. So let's see what we got in the live chat. If anybody other bad finishers got mentioned in there as well. Let's see there. We got that right here. Because Jinder is bad. No shit, he's bad. The Colossus, don't like the Colossus. Robbie said, hey, Mike, ever seen the movie The Waterboy and Adam Sandler? I bet Mama Brochure would say Jinder Mahal is the devil. I've never seen it, but he pretty much is. Big Show and Khali's choke slams were the worst. Choke slams. Scissors kick is bad also. That one's okay. JBL's clothesline from Hell is bad too. Yeah, again, if everybody else does a clothesline, then how is JBL able to beat people with hitting like a big clothesline? Yes, he's a bigger guy, no shit, but I just don't see it as a finisher. You're nailing these, Lauren. Kelly's K2 or DDT was bad too. Don't quite remember it, but I take your word for it. The only one who can pull off a DDT from any diva is Lita, Trish, and Mickey. Pretty much, yes, I think so. What about a German suplex and ripcord together? I mean, German suplexes, a snap German suplex is kind of cool to watch, but not too many suplexes are being used as finishers anymore. I mean, Akira Tozawa that used to do that snap German suplex. I used to like that. He used to did it quickly, but it's like a stun move also. But he does that senton bomb, which is all right, but it could be a little bit better. Ripcord knee was meh. She doesn't like Mick Foley's sock finisher. I mean, I think it's entertaining for it's a legendary move in my honest opinion. It's a German suplex and pull them up and hit them with a lariat. Never heard of the tree of Woe. It's actually Tree of Woe, like WOE. It's when he had like them hanging from like like hanging them upside down in like the corner on the barricade, and he just jumps off and smashes them down in the chest pretty much. That's what the Tree of Woe is. Harab beats Cena with it. Coup de grace is okay. What about the zigzag? Zigzag, I don't. Well, actually, zigzag is part of something in my top 10. Zigzag is, by itself is not the best, but it's okay. We got Samoa Joe giving us a thumbs up. The ride kick is okay. Zigzag is good. It has a whiplash effect. It does. What about the Superman punch? It is also one of the worst I've seen. I mean, yeah, it's Roman Reigns' finisher. I mean, it's not a finish. I mean, it's not a finisher. It's more of like a stun move. But I mean, if Roman Reigns is both like a badass and not just the guy that we all can't stand, the Superman punch I'm okay with. The Sarah Logan move is just awful. Yes, it is. It is. I hate Sarah Logan also in general. I mean, she's okay, but she's just part of a bad stable on her own. I think I would be interested to see her on her own. Also, the only person good at the GTS is CM Punk. We will talk about the GPS soon, I promise you guys. The best ones, in her opinion, are the RKO, Edge's Spear, Mickey's DDT, Lita's Hurricanrana. Oh, man, I forgot to mention a Hurricanrana in there. Taker's Tombstone, the STF, Dirty Deeds, the Pedigree, Sweet Chin Music, Airborne, the Yes Lock. A lot of them didn't have in my list. So, I mean, hopefully you guys will like what I got there. The PTO, I like that. The Anaconda Vice, yes. And the Twist of Fate, those are good ones also. Melina's California Dream, can't remember that one. The Faithbreaker, can't remember that also. When Lashley had the Dominator, okay. Also the Punk Kick. Ooh, I completely forgot about the Punk Kick. That's a great finisher as well. And Drew McIntyre's finisher, we talk about that one also. The Dominator is the best, LOL. The Red Arrow. You guys definitely mentioned some we'll be talking about in my list of the top 10 best finishers, in my opinion as well. But keep bringing some of the best and some of the worst ones out in the live chat, guys. I'll be glad to definitely see what you guys can come up with. Let's move on to the top 10 best finishers. My number 10 was one that I was back and forth on because I really don't think a lot of people would find this move pretty cool. But I don't know. It's just the talent that's involved that uses the move. I mean, I know it's a lot of move that a lot of people can use. I could easily imitate, but maybe not get the height off it. But I still just can't get over, the height that this guy gets on this move. But it's the Velveteen Dreams Purple Rainmaker. Velveteen Dreams is definitely like a bigger guy, like about 6'2", 225, 230 or something like that. But he wrestles like a cruiserweight. He's so smooth in the ring. Little guy never has any kinks in him, it looks like. And for a guy like his size, I just cannot get over the height he can get on that flying elbow drop called the Purple Rainmaker. He must jump like several feet in the air. Where camera angles have to back up big time to make sure they get him in full shot on a wide angle shot when he does that move. I mean, it was one I was debating about not putting in, but I just can't help it. I really think it's a sick looking move. I know I've probably said before, a lot of the moves and the worst moves are, they're easily imitatable. I feel like anybody can do them, but just the effect he gets on with the height and everything for being a bigger man, I think it's pretty awesome. So that's why my number 10 is Velveteen Dreams Purple Rainmaker elbow drop. Number 9, I know Lauren doesn't like this type of move because she mentioned it in the live chat, but I mean, I like the element of surprise this move has, especially by who it comes from, and that's the current NXT champion Aleister Black's Black Mass, spinning heel kick. There's several moves also that you feel like they could happen like any second, but there's some moves like the Black Mass and a couple others mentioned in this list coming also. Or even stuff like like a spear, even the rock bottom if you remember Cena from WrestleMania 28 can hit the rock bottom, like the element of surprise. I still feel that the Black Mass, it's just a spinning heel kick. The way Aleister Black does it, sick as hell. I wish I can do like a spinning heel kick as quick as he could. Well, I used to years ago when I was in the martial arts, but not in as good a shape as I was back then, but not in bad shape either. But it's just a sick looking move, for a dangerous, smooth wrestler as Aleister Black. Definitely, I hope they don't screw up when he comes up to the main roster, probably by the end of the year or early next year. But I think his spinning heel kick, the Black Mass, is deadly, and I love it. So that's why it's my number 9 on this list is the Black Mass. Number 8 is a move that I had to include because it is absolutely legendary. Because you rest in peace when you are hit with it, even though people have kicked out of it. And of course, more people have, used this move, such as Kane, Jerry Lawler, and I know a couple others who have used this move. But of course, I'm talking about the Tombstone Pile Driver. It just fits the dead man gimmick very well. It pretty much looks like, you're getting buried, you're dead. Well, of course, you just knock them out from the head and put the hands on you pretty much on your heart or your chest, whatever. As they count you out pretty much. It just looks like a perfect finisher for a guy with a legendary gimmick in The Undertaker. So that's why I included it on the list. Number 8 is Undertaker's Tombstone Pile Driver. Number 7 is from a women's wrestler who just made her main roster debut recently, because I think this is a really cool looking move. And that is Ember Moon's Eclipse. I mean, it looks like a stunner or an RKO similar, but she can I mean, it's not a complete, element of surprise out of nowhere move. I mean, if you're not paying it, if the camera's not focusing so much on her in like, a multiple person match, she can definitely come out of nowhere and hit that finisher. But it's punches she's hit on multiple people, or, while someone else is in a submission, she's hit on someone. So it's definitely come out at like, at great moments as well. But and then also like how she can go like, flying across the ring. And also people like Mickie James and a couple other people on the main roster so far have really sold that finisher really well as well. So that's why I really like it. And it is my number 7 on this list, Ember Moon's Eclipse. Number 6 is a combo finisher. And you guys have mentioned it, well, each of the moves a couple times in the live chat recently. But to me, I think it's a sick combination when it happens. And it's for part of one of my favorite upcoming tag teams on the main roster, especially on Monday Night Raw. Well, not really upcomers, but they've been around for a while. One's recently made his return to WWE on the main roster, and he's trying to not let this opportunity pass up this time. But I say if number 6 and probably my favorite combo finisher is Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre hitting a Claymore and zigzag at the same time. That just looks sick. Like, it looks dangerous as hell. You're getting like whiplash back from the zigzag. You're getting like punted right in the face by a dangerous boot from Drew McIntyre. I keep forgetting how big he is, like 6'5", 250 pounds. It's just a sick looking finisher, pretty much. I every time I see it, I get chills. I think it's definitely awesome, and I just love the combo. So the Claymore into a zigzag, or Clay Ziggy, whatever you want to call that finisher if you want. But that's my number 6, McIntyre and Ziggler, combination of the Claymore and the zigzag. So let's see. Let me see here. Let me see what we got here in the live chat. Yeah, the punt kick definitely keeps people off for months. Yeah, definitely that I like how it also sold that. Dakota said the Future Shock, DDT, and Dirty Deeds are the exact same. The only difference is McIntyre kicks the opponents in the gut, then does it. Dean just locks it in. Hassan, what's up? He said Santino's Cobra. I wasn't under my least favorites. Becky's tap out move, that's awesome as well. The disarm her, I do like how she kind of like gets at you in and out of nowhere. It's not like she just like has to take her time to get into it. She just sets it in there. Angles a ankle lock, that's a classic. We will be talking about the stunner. Dakota loves the black mass. Awesome. Team of Devon and Bubba was good too. Oh, the 3D through the table, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's awesome as well. Or if you want to get a nice nut shot, what's up? I'm sure that was pretty painful. RKO out of nowhere, the SmackDown commentators. Oh yeah, we'll get that too. Also, Concerto and rated RKO finishing move. Ooh, that's a good one. I like that. Brett's finisher was good. The sharpshooter, that's a classic. Also, the Tombstone, yes. Everybody loves Tombstone. Ted DiBiase Jr.'s finisher was awesome as well. What was his called again? I can't remember. The jackknife powerbomb better than the Batista bomb. I would definitely kind of agree. I would say I would prefer the jackknife powerbomb over the Batista bomb. Batista bomb looks a little too basic. The jackknife powerbomb looks like it has like a little bit more to it, and it hurts. Lauren doesn't really like the Tombstone. But it's legendary. She doesn't really like the Eclipse. Nikki Rack Attack is a combo of the AA and RKO. Funny thing was when I first started watching wrestling, I thought Nikki Bella did a similar move to John Cena with the Rack Attack. But then found not so long later, oh yeah, they are dating, which they're back together apparently, guys, by the way, in case you didn't know. This whole thing was apparently just, a ruse. Well, not ruse, but it was just supposed to meant before, get more attention to Bellas, but get off track. But yeah, I mean, the newest edition also, the Rack Attack 2.0 is kind of like, a little bit like an RKO move also, or something like that, if you want to put it that way. Kane's choke slam is definitely the best, to be honest. Yeah, I think Kane was the one who made the choke slam, a good finishing move for the time being. I mean, a choke slam from like the third row from the top is definitely dangerous, but just stand there, just grab someone in the middle of the ring, just choke slam. That's definitely not that great anymore. He loves Kona Reed's finisher. It's like a Samoan drop face buster. It's okay. It's not one of my favorites. The AA into the RKO is sick as well. Oh, that's right. I remember seeing that a couple times in matches, but that's not a bad combo either. Ziggler and McIntyre, Claymore and Zigzag are awesome. Samoan drop was bad. I forgot to put that on there. Whoops. Samoan drop is okay, but too many people use it. Batista bomb is one, if the good ones. That's all right. One of the best black masses Alistair delivered was at NXT TakeOver New Orleans because of the sequence and timing in the match. Oh, yes. And with Zelina Vega also being carried by Almas also. It just came out of nowhere. Lauren Huttenbaum. Wow. Hassan. Ted's finisher was Dream Street. I'd have to see it again to remember it, definitely, but I'll take your word for it. Jake Roberts' original DDT is iconic. It was a simple finisher, but it was devastating as well. Definitely, yeah, because he was the only person who did it. And so many people do it today. And I mean, a lot of people trying to think Bobby Roode uses the glorious DDT. Alexa Bliss uses a DDT here and there, but not too many people really do use a DDT as a finisher anymore. It's more of like a stun move. But yeah. Cass is out 6 months. It wasn't a storyline. Ooh. Dang, that really sucks. Man. The stunner with the double birds. Oh, yeah. Women's slap as a finisher. Stephanie's bitch slap. Yeah, Cass apparently is for real injured. Yikes, that really sucks. That really does suck for Cass as he just got back and got his knee all healed up. Dakota says the Diamond Cutter is the original RKO. Good stuff, guys. Keep it coming. That's my first half of my list. Nikki said, don't believe the sources that her and Cena are on again. Okay. Thanks for making me aware of that. Who knows anymore what's going on with that, but I'll take your word for it. But again, my 10-6 so far were Velveteen Dreams, Purple Rainmaker. That might not be a popular one, but I'm just amazed by how much height he can get on that with how big he is. But it looks pretty awesome. Aleister Black's Black Mass spinning heel kick is my number 9. Number 8 is Undertaker's Tombstone. Number 7 is Ember Moon's Eclipse. Number 6 is Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler hitting the combination of the Claymore and Zigzag at the same time. Let's get to my top 5. Let me see here. Most of these. Well, let me see. 1, 2, 3 of these we don't see anymore. One of them just returned, and one's been around for quite a while. We mentioned it several times. Number 5. Now, even though this move was taken away for a while at first, and Vince McMahon made a point in telling this person that this move is just easily imitatable by young children as a main eventer and a top guy. It felt like it was a ripoff move. I mean, I don't think it is. I mean, yes, it's very simple. I mean, the quote, what Seth said about Vince said, he goes, well, I could see, Shane doing this very easily to Stephanie with her kids. Which, yes, I know, I'm sure, some people could, stomp on someone's head as well. But I just think it's something different, and Seth Rollins is the only person that really uses it, and I think it's just a cool move. It's different. It's unique. I see it and I just think of him. So many people use a spear. So many people use a DDT or a similar finisher, and when like a cross-face finish, like all that stuff that you see all the time. The curb stomp though is just something. Again, it's simple, but it's different. And it pretty much only has Seth Rollins' name on it, pretty much. Whatever you call it now, curb stomp. I mean, I heard someone say blackout. I think that's what it was originally called when he used it before he got to WWE. And then, of course, I think 1 week they called it the Peace of Mind, I think it was, which, sounds weird. I mean, curb stomp sounds very simple, a little bit simple, but, it's Seth's move. And I think it's definitely, slowly becoming a classic because Seth Rollins himself is just definitely probably one of the hottest things going on in WWE right now. And may I say, again, as I said before, probably one of the better resumes by most of the guys who are, have a good amount of experience so far, but is not in the complete prime of their careers yet. I mean, Seth could begin to the prime of his career, but he's I think of most of the active roster members who are not as like long-term experienced. I'd say Seth is probably one of the best in that category. And that's why his move deserves recognition. The number 5. Number 4 is a sick little spinning move in the air. And I miss this guy so much. I know he's probably not coming back anytime soon. I thought maybe he'd come back after WrestleMania, but it's not the case. But you got to give the fact that this move is just awesome to watch. You know what I'm talking about. Neville's Red Arrow. I mean, people do like, the 450 splash or the 054 as Mustafa Ali calls it, or the 630 as Ricochet does in NXT. But that Red Arrow finisher, I mean, it's different. I mean, yes, you just have to just get sub in a corner and hit. It's not like an element of surprise, but I mean, it's coming. But it's just a really fun move to see, like an acrobatic move, pretty much. And everybody just loves Neville. So why would I put that move on this list at number 4? Neville's Red Arrow. See a lot of chaps going on here. Let's see here. Let's see here. Orton will return for SummerSlam. Yeah, I heard that. They are together. It was storyline for the show. Do I like the Murphy's Law? Murphy's Law is all right. Nikki tweeted they're not on again yet. She said, "Don't believe everything you read." Interesting. Lumbar check also, and of course, End of Heartache, since it's the same move for Roderick Strong. Those are definitely great moves also. Another top 10 suggestion: best returns and debuts. I like that those ideas. Let's put those in there. Top 10 returns, top 10 debuts. I'll get those down there. Those are very good ideas, Lauren. Thank you for suggesting those. Curb Stomp, best stables, teams, and factions. Okay, we have best tag teams. And we'll do / stables also. Those are kind of the same thing for the most part. She didn't really like the Curb Stomp. The Curb Stomp is better than the RKO, but that's what Dakota thinks. The RKO has been kicked out of, the Curb Stomp hasn't. Very rarely. I almost put the F5 on the list. That I was close to putting that one on the list. It's not really that special either. Well, for least favorite, Goldberg's finisher, it's meh. Even though I don't like Roman, the Shield finisher was good. Oh, the triple power. Oh man, I should have put that down for a combo finisher. The triple power bomb. Dang it. Bold prediction is Seth Rollins will beat Lesnar with one curb stomp at SummerSlam. It would be awesome if he did that. I don't know if it'll happen or not. Hey, I'll catch up later. Gotta go grab dinner. Go ahead and eat, Lauren. Neville to win the Universal title. Red Arrow, yes, great list. I was right with the Red Arrow. Neville is awesome. Okay, talk to you later, Lauren. Go enjoy your dinner. Hassan says why I like Neville, and once again, at first I didn't like that he turned heel. It did work out for him though in the long run, though, at least. But I do agree. No, they could have definitely at least given him more of a chance at babyface. Yeah, the lumbar check looks like it does hurts. As always, thanks for always doing my suggestion. Of course, Lauren, they're definitely awesome. The F5 is basically a spinning face buster. When will your next what will be your next video? Well, I mean, I have a lot of different like topic videos I've been wanting to do for a while on certain things. They're not going to be live, so I'm actually going to try recording it. I mean, I have several topic videos I want to definitely record when I finish this special live stream, and I definitely also want to I have another SummerSlam retro review coming as well. So then that I have a couple other topic videos I'm going to put out there also. Like I want to do a response to what happened this week with the announcement of my thoughts on the SmackDown Live thing being moved to Fox and all that stuff. So I have a lot of content I'm going to be like presenting probably the next couple days also. I just want to get those topic videos out there. But yeah, I'll do that hopefully definitely soon. She'll be home tomorrow. Thanks. Ilk, enjoy. I don't know what that means. Love you guys. See you after dinner. Definitely, Lauren, enjoy your dinner, whatever you eat. I mean, I had McDonald's night for dinner, so hopefully yours, whatever you have, is better than that. But it's still good. By Lauren. The Bliss DDT, that one's all right. I like Alexa Bliss is Twisted Bliss also. She doesn't really use that often. The Famous Sir is all right. What about the Brain Buster? I can't remember what the Brain Buster is. Hassan says Matt Embrace double team finisher. The Kiss of Deletion's not too bad actually. DIY meeting in the middle was a great finisher, and also the Shatter Machine. Those are two other good combo finishers. I like those also. Definitely good ones there, Robbie as well. All right, but let's get into the top three. Keep the stuff coming in the live chat there, guys. The top three of my list of best finishers. So number three, this is a move that, you know, I'm sure everybody, well, a lot of people enjoy. We mentioned before, of course, Dakota, though, doesn't like this move as much as Seth Rollins' curb stomp, but again, that's completely fine. That's his opinion. But I think one of the best moves of all time, because of the element of surprise it has to it, is Randy Orton's RKO. You know, it literally does come out of nowhere. Like, you just won't see him. He'll just like fly out of nowhere and hit it on like whoever he wants to. Yes, the least favorite RKO I can think of is when Orton just beat Rusev in like 10 seconds out of nowhere at SummerSlam. I thought that was really stupid. But you know, it literally just comes out of nowhere. You never know when to expect it sometimes, and it's just a fun move. And plus, too, it's also like a fun move, like, you know, counter, you know, out like other things like, you know, the AA or the Batista Bomb, or even if, you know, like edge like a spear or rated RKO or whatever moves that move they did when they were a team. I got to watch more content when they were a team again. But just, or, you know, of course, my favorite RKO of all time is still at WrestleMania 31 when Seth Rollins was going for the curb stomp and Orton stood up and hit the RKO on him. Because I still love the story that Rollins told. In case you haven't heard it, well, most probably have. But they were practicing it. They were practicing like, you know, Joey Mercury and much larger, smaller guys. But when Rollins and Orton would practice on each other, it wasn't really working out. So like they weren't going to really do it because, you know, Randy Orton's the type of guy who just likes to play it safe all the time. And then I guess before they went out, Orton's like, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. If we get it to work, it'll fine. I have a lot of great WrestleMania moments. You know, it'll be awesome no matter what happens. Of course, Seth's probably thinking, well, this is my first singles competitor. You know, I want this to be great for me. Awesome. But, you know, they go to do the move, and they're about to hit it. They make eye contact, and then Orton hits it on Rollins. And then, you know, Orton gets up, and he's like Raven. He's so happy. But Rollins claims apparently that wasn't Orton just, you know, like saying, yeah, that's right, I got you. Or like how whenever he hit Kofi with it, he was going stupid because he was mad at him for real. I guess he didn't do something right during the match. They were working back in 2009 at TLC, I think it was. But like it looked like Orton just getting all like, you know, fired up. But it really was Orton, you know, for real, you know, like all excited that they hit that move. And he's literally forgetting to cover Seth. And the ref's like, you got to cover him. You got to cover him. But yeah, probably my favorite RKO was when Orton hit it on Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 31. But the RKO itself is definitely an awesome move. That's why it's my number 3 on this list. Let's see here. Let's see here. Pedigree, please. You disappointed here. I actually did not put the pedigree on this list, but definitely an honorable mention. Lauren's already back. RKO is in the top 3. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Haha. He used it on Stacy in 2005 for Taker. He also used it on Stephanie. Also, I have a feeling Stunner is number 1. We'll see. Also, do best heel moments and best face moments in top 10. Let's see here. I'll write those down as well. Top 10 face moments, top 10 heel moments. I want to add one more here that I thought of earlier. Top 10 moments. Okay. I decided to eat after the stream. That's fine. You didn't have to, but thanks for staying, though. I like the RKO. I put it higher than the curb stomp because it literally comes out of nowhere. The curb stomp is just more effective. RKO is better than the curb stomp. If Seth may be better than AJ in Best Wrestler Alive. Pedigree for number 1, please. Again, I'm sorry. I do not. I don't know why I did not put the pedigree on this list. I mean, I like it, but it's not one of my favorite moves. But it's definitely a good one. Definitely. Colossus in the worst finishers list. I mean, it was number 5. I'll go over that list again since Hassan joined us late. Orton's RKO is are better when he's healed. That is true. Yes. Pedigree is a face buster. The original Pedigree was badass. Yeah, he did have to change it a little bit. Sorry, Hassan. Hey, Mike, do you think Morrison will come back to WWE? Not sure if he will, but it would be awesome to see him come back. Definitely. He's doing good at Impact, so probably not. What's ass? Where was that? Oh, badass. He meant to say. That's what he meant to say. But yeah. So yeah. So that's my number 3 though, was the RKO. Number 2. So I know some of you guys like this move, some of you don't. But you know, someone recently was using it in NXT, came to the main roster. He shattered the Brian Kendrick's jaw, and ever since then, the move has been removed. But of course, somebody else who would be nice, he came back to WWE, but I've given up on hope that he is ever going to come back. But, you know, I still love this move because, you know, those two people use it. You know, it's definitely different. I mean, it is, I get it. It is kind of basic, but, you know, I like the name. I think it's, you know, it's still a fun move to watch. And it's one of the most popular wrestlers I've seen in my time uses it. The go to sleep GTS, CM Punk's finisher, and also Hideo Itami's. Well, Tom used to go like doing the cuff throat thing when he used to do it. Punk's like, time to go to sleep, guys, pretty much. But it's like you knew that, you know, when that move was hit, it was the end of the match. I don't remember. I mean, it may have been more people kicked out, but I do not remember too many people kicking out of that finisher. As far as I can remember, I mean, I'm sure maybe someone has. I just don't remember. But it was still one of my favorite moves at number 2, the GTS go to sleep. Let's see what we got there. Let's see here. Hey, Mike, since you're taking suggestions for a top 10 list, how about a top 10 Rob-Wan Kenobi creation sayings? I actually seriously may do that. That actually is a good idea. Also promote you as well. And also, Robbie, maybe if you when you do more when you get time to do more of your fantasy booking videos, maybe I can do a top 10, you know, Robbie's fantasy bookings. Robbie's creations and top 10 Robbie's fantasies. I mean, fantasy bookings, I definitely can think would be a good topic to talk about also. Maybe let's see here. Hi, Rob. Nakamura's finisher is bad too. Sorry. Nakamura's is okay. I mean, it's just a running knee strike pretty much. I mean, it looks good like in fast motion, but it's not really one of the top favorites, but it's not one of my worst either. CM Punk, they will let Punk use it when he comes back because he doesn't F up. Styles Clash is okay. Not good. Yeah, Styles Clash is okay. I like a Phenomenal Forearm a little bit better. GTS is okay. She just likes the Anaconda Vice better. It's definitely also a different finisher. Also, Chicago fans will walk out earlier or once Jinder versus Roman happens, especially in the main event. Don't say that. Please do not say that, Hassan. I'm still scared to death that match is going to happen at Extreme Rules. The show already got moved to 4 hours, so yay! I gotta leave my sister early on her birthday, an hour earlier. But you know, Punk is hold on. Jeff Hardy kicked out 2 times in the GTS. I thank you for reminding me about that, Dakota. Punk is never coming back. There's too much history between him and the McMahons, unfortunately. Yeah, imagine the Punk chance. Oh, it'll go crazy. Top 10 times WWE made Roman look strong. Or how about top 10 times WWE tried to make Roman strong? We'll do that. Running knee from Daniel Bryan. Yeah, that one's all right, but not one of my favorite. Great. Robbie, I love that. The Triple H said he would sign Punk back because he is best for business. Number one. I'll get to number 1. On a podcast. I think Triple H did. I think Triple H may have mentioned on his podcast he would welcome him back if he ever came back. But you know, I know CM Punk probably has no faith in them anymore to do anything good especially on his part, because Punk. I mean, yes, I can see Punk definitely seemed like he was a person who definitely ran his mouth a lot, but it was because he was a bad person, because he was determined to prove to these people that he wanted to prove that he was the best. I'm sure anybody who wants to fight for a position or a job or whatnot would want to do the same thing Punk did. So I don't blame him for the stuff he did. Number one, the best, in my opinion, the best finisher of all time. Yes, Lauren, you said it. It is the Stone Cold Stunner. I didn't put the double birds into the Stone Cold Stunner, but I mean, it is kind of a little bit of an element of surprise move also. But just also the thing I love about this move is that people just sell it so well. It's just unreal. It was like they're on like a big trampoline or something. When they get hit with it, they just bounce around. Especially like when in Austin's matches with The Rock, or just recently also, or like as you drink a can of beer with Stone Cold and he hits you with the finisher and he just blasts it out of nowhere. And also because our current president got hit with the Stone Cold Stunner as well. He's the only president to be hit with the Stone Cold Stunner. I did not realize it until one of my coworkers pointed out to me. Yeah, did you know Trump's the only president to be hit with the Stone Cold Stunner? I'm like, good point there. But Xavier Woods claimed he thought he was the last person to ever take the Stone Cold Stunner, but he's at least the last person to ever take the Stone Cold Stunner at WrestleMania. At the moment, I believe the last person to be hit the Stone Cold Stunner is Shane McMahon, since he was hit with it twice at Raw 25. Of course, Mr. McMahon got it once, which, his ass deserved it pretty much. That's what he gets for, being out of touch. But yes, of course, I think there's no other better move, in my opinion, than the Stone Cold Stunner. That is my number one. Let's see my reaction to that. So my face. Oh, the Young Bucks said they may go to WWE in 6 months. Could be. Lauren said, haha. Yeah, I mean, yay, I told you I'm good. Haha, just kidding. You're fine, Lauren. I called it the last second. I'd like to see Kenny Omega in WWE. Not sure if it will happen, but maybe. People pop whenever the Stunners connect. I personally think there are better moves than the Stunner, to be honest, but great list. Thanks. I mean, I know some of those moves you didn't really like, but thanks for definitely approving them. Lauren gives this review an A. Thank you. I mean, again, I know I didn't have the best lists, but I appreciate it. A+. Nice. Sweet dreams. It's only 9 o'clock. I'm not going to bed that early, but of course we're probably not going to be talking more unless you chat me on Instagram or something. But yeah, thank you guys again. I'll leave this open for a few more minutes. And if there's any other moves you liked or disliked, leave it in the live chat. I will go over the list again, especially also since Hassan missed my list of the worst, as I always like to say. I like to start with the bad first and end with the good, so we get on a good note. So my list again for the top 10 worst finishers, in my opinion. Number 10 was Big Show's knockout punch. Again, this was like a rip-off move for a big guy. Number 9 is Stardust Queen's crossbow. I mean, I like the crossroads from Cody Rhodes. I just don't like the name the Queen's crossbow for Stardust. Number 8 is Lars Sullivan's freak accent. I just feel like he could use a better finisher, a little more dominating looking than just like a spinning spine buster. Number 7 is John Cena's AA, because it's been kicked out of how many times, including Jinder Mahal. If Jinder Mahal, I don't have to whisper this more. If Jinder Mahal, Vince can hear this all he wants. If Jinder Mahal can kick out of the AA, why couldn't Baron Corbin and several other people? If they ever do Cena and Joe, and Joe doesn't kick out of one AA, I will be livid. But that finisher's been watered down big time. But number 7 is Cena's AA. Number 6 is the Face Buster, done by Lana, or even the Bella Buster, done by Brie Bella. Number 5 is Jinder Mahal's Kaloss. Number 4 is JBL's Clothesline from Hell. Number 3, Santino Morella's Cobra. Number 2 is Alberto Del Rio's Tree of Woe. And number 1 is Sarah Logan's Kentucky Knee, that cartwheel knee to the back of the head. I don't like that finisher. My top 10 bests. Number 10 is Velveteen Dreams, Purple Rainmaker. Number 9 is Aleister Black's Black Mass. Number 8 is Undertaker's Tombstone. Number 7 is Ember Moon's Eclipse. Number 6 is the McIntyre Ziggler Claymore Zigzag combo. Number 5 is Seth Rollins' Curb Stomp. Number 4 is Neville's Red Arrow. Number 3 is Randy Orton's RKO. Number 2 is CM Punk's Go to Sleep. And, of course, also GTS, this is called also, but also Hideo Itami's as well. And number 1 is Stone Cold Steve Austin's Stone Cold Stunner. An honorable mention that Robbie mentioned, I believe it was the Shield triple power bomb as well. So that's definitely an honorable mention as well. Pretty much. Rob says, "No, Lauren, you're not fine. You're a genius, Lauren. That's why we like you. Definitely. I know you weren't insulting her, Hassan. Everybody loves Lauren. I'm not going to bed. LOL. Mike's reaction. I know. I was just kidding around. Also, if I went to bed at 9 o'clock, I'd be sick. Of course, my one good buddy goes to bed that early, but that's because he gets up early almost every single day. I lost my place. We know Sonam. Robbie says, add me on Instagram. Lauren, please. Definitely, please do. He's awesome. We meant to do other things. Even I said sweet dreams. Hell. Send you later. By the way, Brian is beating Joe now since Cass is out, and I heard he may win Money in the Bank. That would be interesting. Robbie says, Ember Moon is over the moon. Yeah. Terrible scripted promos. I also heard WWE is doing all these dream matches now because Brian may not be re-signing with the company. Wow, really? Ouch. A little bit of shocker, a little sad. Because, I mean, I've been excited to see him back. There's so many more dream matches to have, but maybe he wants to go wrestle overseas again in New Japan or England or on the Indies, wherever he used to. Maybe he wants to do that, but okay, that's what to do. But ouch, that sucks. And also sucks about Cass. Also, man, I can't believe that. Man, but yeah, Brian versus Nakamura at SummerSlam. It could happen. I thought maybe they could wait till next year's WrestleMania for that match, Brian and Nakamura, even for the title as well. But maybe you might have to have it earlier. Brian's not going to resign, but we'll see what happens. I mean, I don't know if Nakamura is going to win the title in the last man standing match against AJ or not, since they just haven't beat AJ in the match they had on SmackDown recently. Of course, also they could do a double count with a last man standing match. Not a big fan of that at all. Ember Moon botched Hero You Have. Man, yes, she did. I think he will sign with them. And when is Jericho coming back? I'm not sure. Mike, what happens to Shinsuke if he doesn't win at Money in the Bank? Yeah, I really don't know what's going to happen if he doesn't win. I mean, he may need him more at this point than AJ, but I'm not too sure what will happen. Sorry, Lean Ember botched the finisher. I mean, they need to fire Cass. He gets injured. Be a shame. I definitely think he has potential, but if it is true that he got injured again, man, that sucks big time. The Eclipse that injured Billy Kay, yeah, that looked bad. They need to bring Morrison back to feud with Styles. Ooh, John Morrison and AJ Styles. Take my money now. Hashtag also, please sign Dakota also for bringing up some genius. Well, sign all these guys in live chat and all of us, because we're all freaking geniuses. We don't know anything. I mean, we know a lot more compared to, those stupid writers out there. Well, then again, they're making so much money. They just got $1 billion for having SmackDown on Fox. So now they have all that money now, and they're not going to spend any of it at all to get new pyro, new sets for pay-per-views. Nope, they're just going to use it and spend it on their own little goody-good selves, drugs, whatever. Just kidding. Don't want to go that far. But, yeah, definitely not. John Morrison, NXT versus either Roderick Strong or Ricochet. Yes. Morrison's the best wrestler at high flying. I even like Morrison more than my favorite Jeff Hardy. That's really saying something right there. Kevin Bucktooth, then yeah, screw him also. I think I put him on the list. Yeah. My mom literally calls me when she's having bad days at work and tells me what to put on the list. Today she called me, I've put 5 different things on the list. I don't want to read them out loud, but man, yeah. I can get my parents hooked on this thing. But yeah, I think that should be it, though, for the stream. Again, thank you to Robbie, Hassan, Lauren, Dakota, all you guys, as always, for your support. Morrison said, never say never. That's what I like to hear. He could be back someday, and it would be awesome. Again, since I didn't get to watch him live as well also. I'd love to see him wrestle live, maybe soon. Who knows? but he's doing great things on the indies right now. I definitely, and I'm happy for him, but he's someone else I definitely wouldn't mind seeing come back for one more run. That way I can also experience him live, as I've gotten to see the Hardy Boys and several other people live. So John Morrison's definitely up there as well. Do you think Morrison will win Survivor? Yeah. Wait, is that real? Is that really Morrison being in Survivor for next season? If that is, wow, that'd be awesome. Put Ruby Riot's second T on the list. So I already did put Ruby Riot's second T on the list. So I did that. But of course, since he's in the live chat, also let's get a shout out to our good friend Robbie One Kenobi. I don't know, Robbie, I know you've been busy lately with your new job again, but whenever you can, please hurry back and make more of those ideas you're telling me about that you want to pitch for WWE for good storytelling, because Robbie can write a hell of a lot better stories than the WWE can. That's for sure. So, I mean, he's determined to write for the WWE someday. So check out his channel. If you like the content he produces, please get the hashtag Please Sign Robbie trending. And also, as I'm also want to promote also Tyson Kidd for writing that amazing match at Backlash. The only good thing about Backlash this year, which was Seth Rollins versus The Miz. Tyson Kidd wrote that match. It was awesome. Hashtag promote Tyson Kidd. Also, again, I'll only say this one more time because, it pretty much saved my life from hearing every single second of that Bobby Sisters segment on Raw this past Monday night. Hashtag thank you quad. I didn't have my windows open. I didn't hear that loud quad coming up my street. I would have heard every single second from that Bobby Sisters segment. I'm never going back to watch that again. But yeah, guys, anything else in the live chat going here? Put Sarah Logan's finisher on the list. Did I put that on the list? Well, I didn't know the name at first. Let me see here. Ruby Riot's second T. I'm going through this because I don't want to keep you guys bored to death. Doesn't look like I did. So yeah, the Kentucky knee, you just made the list. Actually, you know what? Not just the Kentucky knee. Let's see. What else is on this list here for worst finishers? Let me see here. The Kentucky knee, the Tree of Woe. We also have the Cobra. I should have put everything I don't like on the list from my previous streams. Clothesline from Hell. Clothesline from Hell. I'm almost done with the first page on this list. The Colossus. Facebusters. The AA. Freak Accident. Queen's Crossbow. And Big Show's KO Punch. There we go. All right, put all those on the list. Let me see here. Let's see here. Yeah, Johnny Mundo is John Morrison. Okay. Yeah, I thought it looked a lot like him, but wow, I can't believe that. In TNA, he is called Johnny Impact, and Lucha Underground is called Johnny Mundo. Mike, are you going to watch Mauro Ranallo's new documentary tomorrow night on Showtime? If I get a time, maybe I'll try to check it out. I can't promise you for sure, though. He used to be called WWE Johnny Nitro, and then went to John Morrison. Thoughts on Lacey Evans' new finisher, the women's right? It's kind of the same thing. It's like a KO punch or something like that. So I mean, it's all right, but I think it could be a little bit better. But I say it's okay for what it is. But yeah, guys, I think that will be it for this Thursday night special stream. I have an idea already for next week's special live stream. It's not an idea that somebody. I mean, I have all the ideas everybody suggested down. It's not an idea that somebody suggested, but I came up with it today because of the current SummerSlam I watched, and one of the matches that happened kind of gave me this idea thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? I never thought of an idea that one before. It's definitely a little bit challenging, but I'll leave you guys hanging until next week as to what it is. But it's another top 10. It's going to be just one top 10 list, but it's definitely going to be a challenging one, definitely. I mean, it's more so like, of a fan's choice. Well, of course, all these are, fans' choices as the, what would you would say, but it's definitely a challenging one. So I definitely think it could be a good one to lead to discussion as well for next week as well. So I'll definitely keep hanging there, but I have a good idea for one next week, and I will, I will share that with you when it comes next week as well. Let's see here. So do you think he can win with his shape? Win with his shape? I mean, he could possibly, yeah. I can't believe he's actually going to be on Survivor. That's awesome, though. It's gonna be really awesome. Mauro Ranallo. What? Oh yeah, I need to catch the Mauro Ranallo documentary if I do have time. But I would definitely love to catch it tomorrow. Not sure I'll be able to, because I do have some things going on, but I definitely will catch it sometime, definitely. But yeah, once again, thank you to Hassan, Robbie, Dakota, and Lauren, and some random guy named Samoa Joe gave me a thumbs up. Thank you for tuning in for this special live stream. Leave your list of your favorite and least favorite finishers in the live in the comment section down below. As always, click my like and subscribe or content on my channel. Follow me on Twitter at DemandAirBrownie3. Again, I have another retro SummerSlam review and a bunch of other small little topic videos I've been wanting to do for a while that I'm just going to record as many of them I can tonight and just get them as many uploaded as I can. So stay tuned for a lot of content to come to this channel this weekend. And of course, back up here next week for my live reviews of Raw, SmackDown, 205 Live, and NXT, and the special live stream for next week as well. So guys, thanks again for tuning in for a special stream. I'm out. I'll see you all later. Till then, guys, have a great night. Peace out, everybody.